Hello everybody, Ed0626 here playing Galactic Assault in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Today I'm playing on Kamino, which is one of the maps you play during the Clone Wars era. My opinion, it's probably one of the better Galactic Assault layouts. And actually, in my personal opinion, most of the Clone Wars setups are actually pretty good. Anyway, so what's going on here is this is like the first really solid game I have to even record. This is actually the first game I even recorded. I have a lot of great moments. I take out Darth Maul not once but twice. I got Yoda. I had a bunch of great kill streaks with the Sentry. As you can see, we already lost the override in the first wave. So now I'm just taking out the Sentry, taking out as many as I can, and I end up getting a 5-6 kill streak out of it. So I was pretty stoked about that. And from that point on, the game, I was just shitting on people. I couldn't help it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of that in the background. Anyway, what I want to talk about is basically what my thoughts are thus far on. That's a little tongue twister. Thoughts are so far, I should say, when it comes to Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. This game was everything I hoped it would be. Despite the loot crate controversy that EA had early in this game's lifespan, and as a matter of fact, way too early, they did fix it. No word has been said on anything yet, but I'd like to think, me being the optimistic person I am, get fucked Darth Maul. Me being the optimistic person I am about this game, I can only hope that they learn from the mistakes that they had and that they'll implement a system that's better. But, that's yet to be seen. There hasn't really been any word on that yet. So we'll just have to figure it out. As overall, I love this game. Multiplayer is great, but there is some issues I'll discuss. I played the story mode. It's utterly fantastic. I can tell you all this. I've only no-lifed an entire campaign in one day once in my life. One time was, actually 3 times. One time was Black Ops 1 on Wii, because I was trying to do something with it, and I just no-lifed it in one day because I thought I was going to get something out of it, and I ended up getting nothing. So I was a little bit bummed, but felt a little bit accomplished. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which in my opinion was actually, even though the game was shit, the campaign was actually really good. And then finally, Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I didn't completely no-life it. I got the main story done in the span of a day. I loved it. It's fantastic. Some people want to talk some shit. I mean, I'm no SJW, but some people want to give it crap because, it's a female main character, yada yada yada. In all honesty, Janina Gavankar did a fucking great job. She did a fucking sick job, I gotta say. Props to her. So yeah, the story mode to me was great. I loved it because I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. I think this story is canon. So this is actually part of the Star Wars story. It's basically the bridge between episode 6 and 7, which is actually, it was actually really good. It's kind of like its own mini movie, except you're in control of it for the most part. It's pretty sick, I have to say. Anyway, and then the expansion I got done in like the course of a few hours the next day, which was actually equally as good, even though I was a bit bummed about the fact that Janina Gavankar died. But it was still sick. It was still a great story. I loved it. Now, as for multiplayer-wise, I really, like I said, I really enjoy playing multiplayer. There are some issues I want to discuss with it. For instance, some of the maps. Some of these maps are just. I don't know. Actually, I know what I was gonna say. The map rotation is really awkward. I'm hoping at some point they implement choosing your own maps to join, because I really hate I really hate how the map rotation is. I really would like, Clone Wars to me is too spread out. I hope when Season 2 of Clone Wars, or Season 2 of DLC comes out, it's Clone Wars related, so that there are more Clone Wars maps I can play. Because honestly, I think the Clone Wars game modes are probably the best game modes out of the best maps. The Clone Wars maps are probably the best laid out in terms of Galactic Assault. Some of the other ones regarding the original trilogy are pretty decent. And the Resistance ones are okay, or I should say the new trilogy. I mean, they're all good, but I personally lean towards the Clone Wars stuff. I played Starfighter Assault. There's still that really weird control system that they have, where you make one slight adjustment turn and you're going 360 degrees around. I don't know how. I do my best to control that. I don't know how to control it, which is my problem. So I'm still trying to learn the ins and outs about that. I thought I had it set up pretty well, but sometimes your fingers twitch and you end up going 360 degrees to where you don't want to be. So I can only do so much, you know what I mean? But the maps too for Starfighter Assault I really enjoy. I'm a fan of some more than others, but they're still really, really good. Like I still love the Fondor shipyard for the original trilogy that was in the beta. I haven't played all the Clone Wars maps. I think I played Ryloth, and I think there's another one. I haven't played Camino yet. I'm a little sad I haven't played Camino. The Resistance ones are okay. I have one on Dakar. On Dakar I have recorded, so you'll get a little bit of the new trilogy, expansion DLC pack that they offered a little while ago. The heroes are pretty well. The Enforcer reinforcements, like the Wookiees and shit, I think every one of them except the Wookiees are drastically underpowered. I think the Death Troopers should be way more buffed up. I think the Flame Trooper is just practically useless in most, I should say, combat situations, because the Flame doesn't travel far. In order to get any type of damage on somebody, you have to be up their ass, and there's really no sense in that. What else? That's pretty much it. I mean, that's it for that. The class system I love. I love the fact, as I mentioned before, that this class system was implemented. I do find myself seeing more, heavies and assault players. Oh, watch this. Okay, watch this. I somehow, some way survived that. I thought I was dead at that point. I somehow survived that. Darth Maul wants some. I say, fuck you, bitch, you don't want the hands, and, fucking kick his ass. So I was pretty sick. Yeah, so, what else was I saying? I don't even fucking know. The point of the fact is that I basically see some class types more so than others. I rarely see specialists, which is the sniper class, and the officers are, I think they need to buff the officers up a little bit, in my opinion. But the Wookiees need a nerf. I have a 9 kill streak gameplay with Wookiees I have coming up. I'll explain to you why they're so overpowered. You can't kill those things. Honestly, you're lucky if you kill them. It's practically insane. So that's that. And in terms of the party system, I really hope they implement that soon, because I'm really sick of playing games by myself. I want to play games with my friends, but I feel like there's no sense in it, mostly because there's nothing really to do. That you really don't have a party or a squad to stick with. Like, they have the squad system, but they haven't implemented it well, like Battlefield. Battlefield has the squad system, probably the best squad system out of every single game that has a squad system involved in it. I think Battlefield does it the best. Why they implemented this without actually having a true squad system like Battlefield, I have no clue. Even though this game is not Battlefield, I think if you're going to have a squad system, you should at least have it consisting of friends. But that's just me. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's my thoughts on Star Wars Battlefront 2 so far. Multiplayer's fun. I have great time playing it. The map rotation's a little shit, but what can you do about that? Campaign is fantastic. They just have to fix a couple things with the squad system and other stuff. So my name is Ed0626. I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope to bring a lot more of this to you guys in the future. Have a great day.